Expensive apple. Alright. 5 silver, fork that over. And then lastly, and then just this vase here. Good looking. I just need something to put a plant in.
No, for that, 6 silver. It's just a clay thing.
Oh, okay, well, what about this glass one next to it?
Oh, fine Orcish craftsmanship. I'll sell that for a gold.
Shit! Damn it. Okay, fine. Here's a gold.
You can see him marking down now that you're getting a closer look, just transaction history in each piece of paper he has.
Alright. That will do me. And then just this little sachet of salt and I'm out of your hair.
A little thing of salt, you said?
Yes, please.
And have too much salt. 5 copper.
Copper, that's more like that. Alright. Thank you, sir. That is all the business I have. You have been wonderful. What was your name?
Sharon.
Sharon, it was a pleasure to meet you, and I will likely be back to patronize your store once more. Thank you, sir. And I run out.
Thank you.
Take a big sigh of relief as I get my shopping underway. Sorry, Needle, it's our finances. They're important.
Yes, I understand. I'm curious, what's the vase for?
Oh, thank you. Sure. I want to get a piece of cloth out of my bag, and I want to put it on the ground, and I want to cover the vase with the cloth, and then I want to stomp on it like 5 times. Break the vase into the cloth, and then I just I want to just empty it back into my bag. That's a spell component there, a little wizard trick I learned back in the college, university. You know what?
So you just broke the vase.
Yeah, I just destroyed the vase.
Yep.
At the wizard schools, they'll sell you a piece of glass for a. Oh shit! Hold on. They'll sell you a piece of glass for a cloud of daggers for a gold piece each. But now I got about 5 cloud of daggers in here worth, you know.
Right. Needle is getting more and more concerned as we have health potions that we could just drink and break the vials, but they don't feel like pestering Delucius any longer. Notebook. 2 more places to go left? Does anybody have any last minute shopping?
I don't. No, not really. Let's hit the last 2 places.
No.
Alright. Needle will just go look around for a silk store. I guess not silk, but like a fine cloth store. As we have health potions.
So you do see. What's the name of Seamery? What would you call that?
I mean,
Seamstress Taylor.
Well, Taylor's
Doomer's
also absolutely sell fabric.
Yeah.
Fabric
You see
cloak.
Doomel's. So,
No, not really.
making your way through the
Let's hit the last 2
thoroughfare,
places.
past all of these.
Needle will just go look around.
Very immaculate looking type deals, very festive, weaving in orcish symbols and long, kind of the accent of sleeves and the base of shirts with patterns and almost royal looking, almost like supporting a clan.
So you do see.
And you see a very, very tall orc, spindly, long fingers, long arms, about 6 feet. He's sort of hunched over a project right now and looks up. Welcome. Can I find anything for you?
Yes. Do you sell fabric here?
Of course I do.
Okay.
Several kinds.
That is amazing. Can I go look at it?
Of course. And he stretches out his long hands past his very long face, kind of sunken in cheeks, towards a wall with very different the accent of the very long face.
Hello. Can you guys hear me
kind of
or
sunken
not?
in cheeks,
Can you hear me or not? Can you hear me or not?
towards a wall with very different
Trying not to make eyes at anyone in particular.
Ready. The accent of the very long face.
Hello. Can you guys hear me
kind of
or
sunken
not?
in cheeks,
Can you hear me or not? Can you hear me or not?
towards a wall with very different
Trying not to make eyes at anyone in particular.
Damn, Nito's so fancy out here writing checks. Who is this?
Trying not to make eyes at anyone in particular.
I think they prefer the term retainers, but yes. Well, now you do, so do better, Nito. Come on. Have some respect. Well, if you took that hood off, it might be easier, you know? The sunlight might hit your head. Whichever vitamin it needs, you know? No, I'm afraid. Taxidermy. Taxidermy. Taxidermy.
You have something nicer than this? For armor, of course.
Oh, certainly. Wouldn't have it any other way. So studded leather. She kind of gets those formaldehyde-smelling hands all over you as she measures out your shoulders and all that. It's 45 for a set.
Well, that sounds like a good deal. Thank you very much. Might you have some in my size already, or do I need to wait for you to make it?
Oh, it's leather. I just have to adjust the straps. Can't let you walking out here with a tight chest, make you can't breathe, eh?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
And she kind of sits down and spins in this kind of like a spinning office chair, but it's just a stool, and heads over to it. And you can see her start to carefully adjust the straps, looking back at you for reference and continuing on with each one, getting the studded leather chest piece, any leg pieces that come with it, and same with any van braces as well. And gets it all set up. Will you be walking out with it on, or should I bag it up?
Very cool, very cool.
I'll change into it. Thank you very much.
Very cool.
Certainly. She kind of just over to a closet.
Studded leather
You're
chest
free to change in there.
any leg pieces.
Thank
Cool,
you
cool,
very
cool, cool,
much.
cool, cool.
With any
I give her
So
the
it's back to
45
the-
gold pieces and go change.
Will you be walking out with it on, or should I bag it up?
He takes it and starts
Very
kind of
cool, very
counting it out. Can I help any of you?
Thank you very
I am outside with a nail file.
Let me check my AC real fast.
Okay.
Maybe?
Hand twitching on spear.
And pushing on spear.
Whoa. I think I need a new leather armor in particular.
Oh,
I would inquire,
uh,
but I'm outside.
After changing, I present her with my old armor and say, would you like this? I have no more use for it now.
Are you looking to sell it to me?
If you would give me a few coins, that would be fine, but if you wanted to just take it, that's also okay.
Was this just plain leather armor?
Yeah, just plain leather.
Looks like you've seen some damage a little bit there. She takes 8 gold pieces of the 45 you gave her and slides it back. Who's that?
Oh,
son?
thank you. Oh, that sounds more than fair. Thank you very much. Hope it makes use for somebody.
Grand. I'm sure I can use the material. Fix it right up.
Excellent.
I want to, while I'm outside, can I look just up and down the street and see if there's like some sort of tobacco clove shop anywhere?
Whoa.
Yeah, there's probably a smoke shop around.
Nice. I would journey there just whenever I have time, not making a stink of it.
Sure. So all of you would probably see Delucius as he walks off towards this shop. Walking in, you see an elderly-looking orc What's up?
I was just going to say, Needle, I'll be right back. I'm going up the road.
Well, alright. Don't get kidnapped.
And you walk in, and it's a very calming atmosphere. Smoke kind of hovers in each shop from patrons who are indulging. And you see about in their 50s, average height, average build. Save for a little bit of scarring sort of on their left eye. Orc about in their 50s. I don't know if I already said that. And he's currently sorting out packages and kind of measuring out little things of tobacco smoke and pipe smoke.
Howdy there, friend.
Greetings.
I am just perusing a little bit. Do y'all do incense in a place like this?
Sure. I can do incense.
And then could I have it like would I get could tobacco or something similar classify as herbs in terms of spells?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I would buy a gold worth of incense and herbs, a gold together. So I guess 2 gold total.
Sure.
And I would buy whatever sort of tobacco, cigarette, what have you that there are. Like, I don't know if it's like roll your own, like clove cigarette kind of things, if there's something like that in the universe.
Whichever you prefer. They have it.
Sweet. I would spend, roundabout how much would that be, sir, just for papers and whatever herbs, tobacco or clove?
2 silver. Call it even.
All right. I'll do that. Yeah, just 2 silver and the 1 gold. So I would spend that, and I'd be on my way. Thank you, sir. Head on back down there.
Slightly nods his head and go back to measuring. So all that's left is the potions.
Ooh.
So walking a bit north, you see a guild-endorsed potions shop. I don't know why this section was set. It's kind of on this corner here. You have to walk out of the market district to get to it. And it's in the sort of university grounds that are here. It's guild endorsed. You see the symbol, that pulsar star with kind of swirls around it hanging there. And walking in, you see a finely dressed man, has a kind of tan skin, Mediterranean tan. And you can see he has very short hair, about 2 inches long, very finely combed back, clean shaven. And you can see him kind of talking with the rest. Patrons, they seem like, about what they could buy. And you can see rows and rows of different colored potions, and ranging from the bright to the dim to the drab and the colorful.
Sweet. I'd just be perusing. I'd be looking around.
I definitely want some healing potions. I'm trying to think at this level what's the right quality.
Not like 5th yet, it's probably common. It does healing potions. I could be off on that, but I think that's how it is. Maybe greater healing if you are willing to spend more money on it.
Oh, 50 gold each for regular ones? Yeah, I'd probably take... Okay, so I'd want... like 4 potions of healing. And what other potions would I want? Do they have like lots of potions, or should I like be or there only like a few that do you know what I'm asking?
They have potions of all kind, from common to rare.
Okay.
Are you asking like inventory number?
I'm just trying to get an idea of what I'm looking, what might be available.
Word. Is this the magic shop there? Or is that a separate?
This is specifically a potion shop. Any magic
Okay.
items, you'll have to talk to the guild just up the road.
Okay.
So aside from just kind of standard potions of healing, there is potions just up to rare. So there's water breathing. You can see potions of resistance, polychromy, heroism, invulnerability. You see potions of all sorts and sizes of things.
I don't think I am too directly in the market of potions. I think that may be a you thing, Tirvalor.
Yeah, just reminding myself of what is out there. I would be, let's see, how much is it? No, rare is too expensive. Okay, do you happen to have a potion of fire breath?
Potion of fire breath. What is that? Trying to find it in the list
Let's
here.
see.
Of course, yes, I do.
How much might you ask for that?
Kind of strokes his chin a little bit and then looks back to some records. You can see it's financial records for how much he's made for the month. I would accept 300 gold for the bottle.
I may be batting above my weight here. I apologize for that. Just the healing potions then.
Surely. 50 apiece, please.
That's 200. I would give him 200 gold.
200 gold. Lord.
Grazie.
What did he buy with 200 gold?
Or
4 potions of healing.
If I ever need to use one of those, remind me to tip Tirvalor 50 gold.
I mean, hey guys, remember I have a healer's kit, so we don't need to like pop these off if we're out of combat and somebody's just unconscious.
Yeah, but we will need them eventually.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I'm not going to
We
use
don't
them
have quite
willy-nilly, but this could be life or death, you know? I like to keep these around.
What do you have now then? Is that 6? We had 2 beforehand?
I have one on me.
Yeah. I think I gave the other to Alice there, so 6 total.
Let me check my inventory.
Which I think means that we could all have 1 potion on all of us once Nico gets in here. I think that'd be pretty sick.
Okay. So should I add the potion then?
Did you not have one already?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, I did not have one on me either.
Yeah, I think I remember giving one to you, so just mark it off. That was a while back when we bought it, before we
Yeah.
even went on this trip.
Probably forgot to add it or something. There you go.
Hey,
So who doesn't have these? I would pass one around to anyone who didn't have one.
I have one already.
yes, so I'll take one and I'll make a pretty big show of like, hey everybody, just a suggestion that maybe like tie these around your neck with string or something. So if you do get knocked out, somebody can just use your potion on you. It'll be pretty convenient. You won't have to reach around for it anywhere. Little trick I learned.
It's a
That's
good
pretty
idea.
nice, yeah.
It also means that like if
Okay, so I just gave one to Needle. Then I still have 3 more on my person.
I will allow a reshot. I didn't read far enough. I didn't notice the halved for consumable items, so technically the potion of fire breath would only have been 150. I apologize.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, it's still like outside my.
150 is a lot for the effect right now.
For like one spell, it's too much.
That
Unless it's
doesn't
gonna
apply.
save someone's life.
I mean,
That
Yeah,
doesn't
at
apply
least
to-
at this juncture, we gotta level a little bit first. Yeah.
yeah,
That
like
doesn't
that
apply
would
to
be,
healing
that would
potions,
get you
does
3 breaths of fire before it's out, so that's like 12d6 total. It's not bad, but I'm not sure if it's what we need right now.
Does the consumables thing apply to healing potions or no?
I think they're already
No.
applied.
Those are set. So in Xanathar's, there is a little table for based off the rarity, what the asking price would be. And all the asking prices, whatever I roll for it, are going to be halved if it's a consumable for a potion or
Okay.
scroll.
Okay.
Do you take that the range and you roll for it and then cut it in half? I'm just curious for my own game.
Yes, so I will roll and then times it by whatever the price is, and then if it's a potion or scroll, I have the total.
Okay, cool.
So, should we check
Alright,
out that
but,
next shop, or are we done here?
I think I'm done shopping.
I am too.
Yeah, I don't
I am.
afford much. I'm done.
So, heading north, it thins out just even more the further and further you get away from the fairgrounds. And heading up to the university, which is this whole central plot here, the guild hall has a little attached part to it. The main grounds of the university, it's not like a purely arcane university. You do see scholars of many different sciences, but the guild hall having an attachment to it does bring rather arcane students to the university. Walking in, let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to pick an accent.
Go for it. Take your time. I liked them all so far.
Well,
You walk in and you see many different guild members sporting that very deep bluish purple robe that many of the guild members wear, though they are much more ornate, flowing, and regal in nature, denoting that these are, for lack of a better term, indoor mages. You do all know the guild kind of keeps a standard for mages who are in libraries versus those who are in craftsmen or craft shops, or those who are in the field, and those who are for battle. There are many different robes to denote what they are, and these long flowing ones, they're denoting of guild representatives, sort of as a face for those walking into the guild to see sort of the majesty the guild has to offer. And you see a tabaxi wizard.
Is this where the magic shop would be in the guild?
They look up from their book, excuse me, and you're met with these big round eyes, almost a perfect circle. The eyes are a shade of yellow, a very bright yellow. Whiskers are short, groomed. There's no excessive fur on their face, aside from what a normal tabaxi would have, and it's this brown-black sort of mix on their face. You can certainly buy from me, yes.
Oh, good day, sir. yeah, me and a couple compatriots back there are looking to purchase a couple things. Yeah, I would turn to everybody else. And are you all looking to peruse here?
I'm good to go.
I don't see any harm in looking around.
I've had quite enough of your shopping, and I'm fine.
All right, I would turn back. This is my last little stint here, guys. Sorry about all this. All I need is oh shit, I need an owl feather, right? Just one. I think I just need one. Any gum Arabic you have, and I believe that's it.
Yeah, I'm talking to a wizard.
Oh yes, I extend a hand. And I say delicious.
Yeah. One moment.
Okay, no worries.
He's gonna call the guards and get us arrested on the spot. Oh no.
Oh,
It was the. I forgot to do the name thing.
okay. Yeah, I tell him my name, and he turns around and says, "1 moment."
One moment, I forgot my own name.
No, he's reporting one of us. I gotta. Okay. I guess. Okay, my owl feather. I just need one.
Thomas.
Thomas. It's a classic.
Very.
All right. I'm looking for just one owl feather, and however much gum Arabic you may have. How much would that run me? A guy like me.
Here in a place of wizardry, we have plenty.
Perfect. Let me just make a note of this. All right. How much for just one owl feather? And let's say 10 gums of Arabic. Arabic gums.
For 10, I'll sell it to you for. He kind of looks you up and down. 5 silver. And as for the owl feather, he kind of reaches over and he strokes a nearby owl, and you can see he's sort of like feeling for loose feathers, and he pulls a couple out and just kind of tosses it and lets it float very gently down in front of you. We have too many owls. You can take
Beautiful.
that.
Well, thank you, good sir. And for the gum, you said 5 silver. That is just perfect. I ought to peruse a place like this more often. All right. And then me and my friends back there, we're in a little bit of a market for some scrolls. Are you? Do you have anything like that?
Scrolls. He kind of leans in. I'm not technically supposed to sell scrolls to none. Officiated, if you will, but I suppose if it's on the side and you don't say anything.
Oh, yeah. I'd say anything about what?
What are you looking for?
I say, Needle, come here.
Alright, I'll walk over. What's up?
What you remember when we went scroll shopping all those weeks ago? Can you think of anything else we may need? I got that haste one on me still. Or Tirvalor, if you know anything like that, or
Really hard-hitting spells.
or Alistair, if you know anything like that. I guess I'll look around a little bit more and think thoughts to myself while I read through these scrolls.
Level 2 wizard?
You can even go up to level to 3rd whatever.
Actually, I know one good spell that you might want to get now. You know, Alter Self?
Alter Self. Let me like through my
Yeah, you could fix that nose of yours. I mean, there's
Okay.
nothing wrong with your nose.
Right, you just want it to look like that man who resembled Liam of Neeson.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, appearance B. Okay, that may be useful.
It's a very nice spell because it has a lot of uses. If you need to punch someone, I guess. But also, if we need to be a bit more discreet, you'd probably able to use it to, like, unlike disguise self, it wouldn't be possible to tell your, like, disguise unless, like, someone has, like, some magic detecting spell.
Right, and that is a second level transmutation for a wizard. Good sir, what was your name again? I'm sorry.
Thomas.
Thomas, that's right. I knew that. If an alter self scroll, would you have something similar?
Alter self. What level?
Second.
Second. He scratches under his chin a little bit. 200.
All right. What about would you be any second level scroll? You'd be looking for 200 there. Is that a reasonable assumption?
Pretty much.
All right. Sorry, let me just look through your catalog here a little bit more. I'm gonna take a second and look through these if y'all don't mind, if there's anything else to do or what have you.
I this one time I saw a wizard. He like put his hands together and like blew fire out of his hands like a dragon.
Almost like his hands were burning.
You have a scroll that does that?
Yeah, kind of like his hands were burning. That's crazy.
Well, that's a good thing you say that. I have that one on me.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Maybe I do. Hold on.
Well,
possibly. No, I don't have that.
okay, here's like me like just fucking typing up a really good spell that I've seen someone use before. I remember one time when Seabolt was dealing with a rough customer, he threw his hands forward and a bunch of cards came out, cut him directly on the eyes, and they basically were useless.
That's scary.
So check out Spray a Card. Very fun spell.
Spray of cards. Do you have a scroll called Spray of Cards by chance?
Spray of cards.
That's a new one for me. Oh, I do have Burning Hands. Beautiful. We could also...
Unfortunately, no. I think it's locked behind something I don't have. I can't quite see.
That's some sort of
What it
paywall,
is.
perhaps.
Yeah. Understood. Yeah, you need a higher authority for that, I think.
Correct. Yes.
All right. Well, if I can't think of it, it must not be too terribly important. 200. All right, fellas. I got some thinking to do. There's that alter self, and there's also something called rope trick, where I can, if we're in a pinch and we needed to disappear, we could make it happen.
Oh, rope trick's handy.
Real handy. Yeah. Yep, just give me a little bit more time to think. Apologies. And if I wanted to do a level 1 spell, would you do that for 100, one may assume?
A level 1 spell. That would only... He thinks again. Just a level 1?
Just a level 1. Just a measly old level 1, Not too useful to anybody,
Probably 10 gold.
10 gold. Oh, that's nothing at all. Alright. I'll take some time to think and I'll come back. Probably. Wait, do I have
Sure.
this one?
He looks up at the clock. Don't take too long. They're about to begin announcing for the big festival.
Shit, so I should just make a decision. Okay. Well,
You can
all
dice
right.
roll it. Flip a coin.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Get this little rope trick one. Look, I met a fella on my travels. His name was Teneric. He actually told me to come meet with you guys, the guild, and that I could peruse your wares in his name or something like that. It may help me out a little bit in the gold department.
And make me a deception check at advantage because you did meet Teneric.
Yeah.
So
See those 2-1.
That's a nat 20. Okay, that was a 19.
Right.
Okay.
The eyes widen a little bit. Teneric, Grand Mage Teneric.
Yeah, it's Grand Mage Teneric. We actually just spent a fair amount of time with him down in Trutha. Was that the name of the? Anyways,
He was just down in Druth. We're all in Drutha. You mean Drengar?
Drengar. That's where I'm at.
Yes. You're serious? Oh, 50 gold for this level 2 then.
Oh, you're too kind.
And you can take a couple first level spells for free?
Oh,
I didn't know you were working with Henrik.
well,
Why didn't you say so when you first walked in?
you're mighty kind. Well, you know how he is.
No, I don't. I've never met him.
Oh, well, he is like that. You know, that's how he is. Anyhow, well,
Now
thank
you do know.
here's the 50 gold, and I'll. How many first levels would you be willing to part with?
3 first level. I don't need that. Anything past will be 10 gold, however.
Okay, well, I'll make my selection. Here's the 50 gold for the rope trick scroll there, and I bid you a good afternoon. Good luck in the festivities tonight if you make your way down there.
Before you put in a good word for me with Tinrik.
Yeah, I certainly will. Thomas, what's your last name? Come up with it on the spot.
The Backseat generally don't have last names.
Totally.
And I was born outside of my clan, so I couldn't tell you even if I wanted to.
I thought you were about to
I have a
say.
really sad backstory.
I thought you were about to say that his name was Thomas Tabaxi. Okay, yeah, Thomas of where we are at now, of the Mages Guild Hall and the Jakugan.
The university?
Yeah,
The Jakugan.
yeah, Jakugan University. Thomas at Jakugan University. I'll remember your name, Thomas.
Thank you. He seems very excited.
Turn around and do a little fist pump to myself, and I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah.
That fucking dork fell for it.
Well, I mean, I do know Teneric, you know. We do know Teneric.
Yeah, you do know each other, but you're not going to mention this guy at all.
You don't know that. Thomas is a good fella, you know.
I'm joking.
Thomas and I go way back now.
Um,
Maybe if he charged me 100 gold for it, I wouldn't mention him, but...
yeah, 50 gold, that's definitely at a loss.
With a pep in my step, I march on away.
Alright guys,
So-
let's stop our 2-hour-long shopping trip and go do the game.
Yeah.
Throughout
I'm
the whole thing, Alistar, what have you been up to? Anything specific? Have you been kind of looking for anything? I know you said you weren't really shopping, but I guess keeping your eyes peeled for anything you want to know what to do during the meantime of this.
I went to see where like the soldiers are and how strongly armored and geared they are.
Sure. So the Orcish soldiers are very burly across the board. They do not wear plate armor. It's a lot of chainmail, a lot of chain shirts. The best way I can describe it is ancient Germanic, the same kind of Germanic tribes that the Romans fought. They wear pelts and furs and claws across their shoulder, with their hauberks, which don't really go past their elbows for sleeves and just fall past the waist for the chain shirts. Their pants are normally cloth and simple, not finely decorated or anything like that. And their shields are very oddly shaped compared to the rest. They are flat on both the top and the bottom, and they come out at an angle to points before returning to themselves. I'm trying to find a good reference photo for this. Here we go.
Also, this is kind of very minor.
Character art.
Oh, I see it. Oh, no, I don't. I looked at a different notification. But yeah, this is kind of very minor, but from now on, unless we're in combat, I'll have my helmet kind of hanging off to my side. It will be clipped onto my belt.
Oh, so Pretty Boy's gonna show off his face.
Yeah. Also, by the way, as I'm walking around, I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled for any of the more savage variety. If there are, I doubt there will be.
There is none.
Okay, good.
From what you understand, they do not get along with the orcs that you're currently surrounded by. Yeah. So, then with that, as the shopping comes to an end, the day goes on. It's now about 3 p.m. And you all hear this deafening horn. I'm talking one of those huge ones. If you've ever seen Lord of the Rings, the one they blow at Helm's Deep, it rattles the whole city. And you can see people fall silent, and many of the ones who are sitting out in these outer parts start to file in towards the fairgrounds. So, without any protests, if you make your way to the fairgrounds, you can see the music has pretty much all stopped. The movement has all sort of been focused on the center here, where there's a sort of stage built around this large stone that I have sitting right there. It's old, it's carved, the moss hangs off just the top, but the symbols that are carved into it look very regularly cleaned out. The festivities all stop. There's not even a sound to be heard throughout the city, as this very old, very blind orcish woman kind of hobbles up to the front. It's time! And she stretches her hand out to about 15 to 20 orcish individuals, all of them young, all of them strong looking, all of them dressed in many different armors and cloths, some looking more wizardly than others decked out in plate armor, whilst some have leather and dagger. She brings her hand back in. The clans have gathered. Time to begin. And cheering erupts as these candidates all stand up off of their knees and begin to prepare themselves, getting spells ready, getting swords sharpened, and some dusting off books, some trying to read up on what looks to be history. And they all start to get ready. And with that, we'll take our break.
Oh, perfect. I'm gonna go heat up my food real quick.
Yeah, I've been having a pee since we got off the boat.
Wow, you've been
Is it,
you've been holding it for
yeah.
Oh my god, Lucius, we've been shopping for 8 hours.
Yeah, you know, I was just so focused on finance. Are we? Is this a 15-minute? How long?
10, I think.
Yes.
No,
Okay,
15.
cool.
Alright.
I'll be right back.
Also, timer.
BRB.
I was not expecting the shopping.
Me neither, but it was interesting. I mean, I'm surprised you came up with so many like seemingly well thought out characters on the spot like that. That was impressive. Great job there.
The fact that you think they're well thought out is
I mean, you like described them very well, and like you had the accents and all that down, and you always change like the, like the tone and pitch and all that. So it doesn't sound like any of like the previous. You're like the one DM that I can't be like, oh yeah, this guy sounds exactly like this other guy. Like I really can't. Like they all sound like significantly different.
well, thank you.
Very cool.
Let's see, pause this. Let's. Let's zoom down so far. But this is no. Where'd it go?
I might have made too much chicken.
That's fine.
Man, air fryers really are like the best invention of the 21st century. This is so convenient. I can just heat up everything in one little thing, and it actually tastes good.
That's not where I was expecting.
What do you mean?
That was just out of nowhere. I'm trying to find a picture quick. Where is it? Okay.
Oh, you drink?
So, George R. R. Martin has been very busy lately. Not writing Winds of Winter, probably, but he's been writing...
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck? I'm about to make a name
I'm here. I'm just in the kitchen.
I have returned.
Got it. Well,
I never left. I'm just eating chicken in the background.
you're good. And then just Baird.
I am here.
Awesome. All right. So we come back to all of the contestants finally kind of settling in and starting to be kind of paired up into what activities they're going to be doing first. So you have a moment. If there's anything you wish to do, talk about for these contestants, start.
I would I'd have like a clove cigarette, and I'd give one to Tier Valor.
Oh, thank you. Tirvalor looks unexperienced with cigarettes, but he looks like he smoked other types of wrapped herbs.
No.
Okay. So at this point, you can tell the favored apart from the rest. The three children of the king sort of glancing back at him. And this is the first time you noticed him. It wasn't until their gazes went to him that you even recognized that the king was even present. A elderly looking man. His hair is graying, not fully gray, but graying. And wrapped around his ankles, what you thought to be just a normal backdrop at first, you can see a massive wyvern kind of coiled around him, with its head sort of resting at his feet, his hand on the wyvern's back as he watches over the festival grounds. He's a very distinguished looking man. Older. He looks wise. His eyes droop ever so slightly, and the wrinkles almost denote just what he knows. His hair is long and wild, only matched by the long and wild beard, though even through the beard, it cannot hide just how broad his chin is. His age has not slowed his musculature, and he looks over with a very stoic face and very, very bright hazel eyes that even from a distance you can see as he watches over the entire crowd. And he looks proud. As I said, stoic, but it's like he can't help but feel pride as he watches over not just his children, but the crowd. And through sitting here, you know of his children. They are the favored. People want them to win. His two sons, Nolof and Atrul, and his daughter, Kayam. His sons are both martial, paladin, and fighter, respectively. His daughter, a wizard, carrying many tomes and armors denoting a battle wizard of sorts. And they are standing sort of proudest amongst all of the other clan's children set to compete here. Now, I need to ask everyone's intention here. Are you all planning on watching this whole thing, or are there other things you wish to do whilst in the city?
I want to watch.
Yeah, I would say I'd be very social about it. So like whatever my friends are doing, I just want to hang with my friends. Whatever entertainment they're up to, I'd be up to as well.
Sure.
And Becca
So
wants to
the
watch.
game. Yes, I do see that. So without any protests, the games kind of kick off with the children kind of grouped up into groups of 4. And when I say children, they are all in their 20s, about early 20s. They are simply the children of the clan leaders who are watching on. And you can very clearly tell who the clan leaders are. They're by their flags. They're the elderly looking of all of them. And when I say elderly, I do not mean that far elderly yet. It's just they're much older than the rest. And they begin in the games of strength and wit. You can see that they are putting up, solving puzzles, and kind of slowly whittling down. And you watch as the day turns into night, as the time rolls on and on. Certain children from the Bat2 and the Yargaslag clan are excelling a bit more, but the Monarch and Massim clans drop out and their children lose favor and are eliminated from participating further. And by the end of the day, only about 8 of the original 15 contestants remain. And as the time goes on, the families start to settle down, and the king sort of gives his blessing for the festivities to come to a bit of an end, or the contests to come to an end, allowing the festivities to kind of reinvigorate. People are done watching the contest. The children move on. All 3 of his children qualified for the next day. And the time, as the sun starts to set on the horizon, it's still out, but you can tell it's getting darker. The clans retreat into their tents for rest, recuperation, and the festivities once again roar to life. As you all kind of think you don't have any accommodations.
No.
That's a good point.
We could, if we can't find a place. I mean, I suspect the taverns and inns and whatnot are probably pretty full. But if we can't manage that, we probably could sleep back on the boat if he hasn't left yet.
We could. I kind of am interested to see what we got in the name of taverns or in the way of taverns. I think sleeping still without the ocean may be good for the soul here.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
I'm fine with that.
Shit, my headphones just disconnected for a second.
So, you are looking for more stable accommodation?
Yeah, like if there's some on land or some accessible. I know everything's probably jam-packed on the island, right?
Yes. The furthest out is where your accommodations are going to be. Most of the inner city, kind of in this general area, are going to be booked. But where the buildings start to thin out on these outskirts, that's where you're most likely going to find your accommodations.
Oh, by the way, real quick, Nico had to go because her friends threw her like a little birthday dinner or whatever, so that's why she left.
Oh, happy late or early.
It's okay.
Well, I mean, I'd be okay with anything. I mean, I'm the traveler in me wants to see what kind of orcish ends they have. But I mean, whatever's easiest for y'all. Well, I know we probably have to go far in order to get something good. I just don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing in a place like this.
Oh, I'm sure we'll be okay.
Okay. So, heading to the outskirts, it is very packed on the inner portions. Taverns constantly turn you away. We're full, we don't have any room. We're full, we don't have any room. And from the crowded streets that dot this inner part, I know these are fairly empty here, but I was pressed for time. This is supposed to be more full. It starts to thin out on these outskirts. You can tell that these are where the middle class individuals live. Their homes are homely and not very fancy. Some of them have signs out, for rent, room and board, spare bed available. And you can see that a lot of them are scratched out, but some of them still hold true in that they are still open. And that seems to be what you're going to get out here. A lot of, what's the word?
I don't know the word, but I know what you mean.
Mm.
We have Mardi Gras down in Mobile, and a lot of people rent out their parking with the garages and stuff. Mm-hmm. Same kind of deal.
I was thinking of Airbnb.
Airbnb, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
Yes.
So, stopping at the first house, there's a younger orcish couple, both of them about in their mid-20s. They have kind of a larger house than the rest across the river here. Kind of in this tangle right here, as you are sort of drawn to that spot from the opens. And he's currently outside splitting wood. And she is sitting very close to him, tending to a very small child.
Well, I don't speak any Orcish, fellas, but I fear this seems to be the tavern in question. Something like this.
Alrighty.
After a large downward swing splits the wood, he looks up and, to those of you who speak Orcish, says, "Are you looking for a place to stay?"
What do you say, Alistair?
He said, "Shut up." No, I'm kidding. He said, we are looking for a place to stay. And I'll tell him, "Hello, my good man. Yes, we are. What kind of rooms do you have available?"
For 4 of you? I'd probably... It's going to be cramped, but I have a couple of rooms. You'll have to double up.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
By the way, does that mean that my retainers are back in the boat, or?
Probably.
Okay, good. All right. That's fine. I'll tell them. I'll just translate that. How do you guys want to split us up? I think me and Delucius, and then Needle and Tervalor seems like a good idea.
That's a good try, buddy. I know you're fond of me, but me and Needle are a pair.
Alright, you're missing out, I must say. But
we got inventory to take.
Yeah, have fun, you two. I'm not sure what you guys be doing in the nighttime, but I do see your lights still on until very late, so you have your fun.
I hear good stories about night orders and what they do in places like that. Anyhow,
Alright. Alright, Tervalor, seems like it's you and me, buddy.
Ah, sounds good.
Your rooms are.
So I think
4
we
silver
should.
a night.
Oh, sure, no problem.
2 apiece, 4 total. I should add.
2 gold apiece? Is that what you said?
Or
Silver.
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 Oh.
Alright, 2 silver each. Alright, let me...
I hand him 2 silver.
How long are the festivals? Like days wise?
However, the contestants, they usually go for 3 days. It's normally how many children compete, but we've had a little less this year, so maybe they'll need an extra couple. It all depends on how fast they complete the contests.
Alistair, ask how much trouble it is to rent rooms out like this,
Yeah,
if you don't mind.
Yeah, I noticed that there are lots of new tourists and the like around the town. How hard is it to actually acquire one of these rooms, especially closer to the actual event?
You have to book it out very far in advance. But most don't like staying with us.
Why is that?
Well, they're usually gone for most of the day. They want to come back to sleep. So it's no trouble for us. But I imagine their accommodations are much nicer the further you go in the city.
Oh, nonsense, my friend. I'm sure your accommodations are quite nice. The smell in here brings me right back home.
What are you trying to do, Alistair?
Just talking about, just talking, honestly.
You're Orcish.
I don't know about that. Didn't say none of that now, did I? Just head back home.
Well, I apologize. I figured you were talking about home.
No, let's just, pretend you didn't hear anything. How about that? And here, and I'll give him a whole gold piece for your troubles in opening so late.
Don't you not have any gold?
I gave him 500. I still had 32 from my original stuff, so that's still my pocket one. So you guys just see me giving him 1 gold for apparently no reason, because he didn't understand what I was saying.
Tirvalor rolls his eyes.
Well done.
So you settle down into your rooms, and it's nothing special. Straw beds.
Hello?
You can hear the kind of
Cynthia?
gentle rolling of the river as it flows outward towards the lake. Every once in a while, the little squeaking of bats as the sun finally sets below. And they start to come out from the big forestry that you saw on your way in. This kind of massive...
No, es que yo no uso mi teléfono mucho. Yo vengo al trabajo y después me vengo a acostar.
Over in this direction. All manner of bird-like creatures come out from
¿Cómo
the
están
forest
ustedes?
at night. And you can hear them making noises as the
Ven
hustle and
aquí.
bustle of the day sort of settles down. Though you can still
Yo
still
hice
hear
birria
the
los otros
central
días.
taverns every once in a while. And
Que yo hice birria tacos
just
los otros días.
raucous laughter comes from just the ones across the river.
I would kind of settle down and have a few drinks from whatever drink I've got stored, which I'm sure I've got something, and play a soft, quiet lullaby for anyone who's still awake.
Nice. I would write down in my ledgers and inventory sheets while listening to music and drinking whatever drink I have.
Sí. Aquí le acabo de dar su comida y agua.
Okay.
Está bien, bye, Cynthia.
So is there anything you all wish to do before bed in your respective rooms?
I'm gonna
Oh,
go for it. That's all you. You go.
Okay. I'll just pray to the great Pyla and ask
speaking
for.
of,
Oh.
It's his month.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm gonna talk about that. Like, oh my gosh, like you're so cool. You got like it's your month right now. Whatever. We're in Pyloth now, and then also talk about how give me guidance for tomorrow and whatever proceedings may happen in this event, and shroud our party in your protective light or whatever.
This is Paladin Visibility Month. This is Pride for Alistair.
Yep.
I would do a little bit of etching in my several notebooks here and there. I'd make sure all of my spell components are in the proper sacks in the one big sack, and I would take out Gadry's grimoire and study over it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably just gonna keep on weaving. Doing it for a good while now.
So you are making proper clothes out of this.
Yeah, like fine clothes is what I was thinking. One pair for everybody.
Fine
Right
clothes?
now I'm
Aw.
making a turtleneck sweater.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, you bought the materials, so all it is a matter of time. So when I ask you for this dexterity roll, it's not going to reduce the quality. It's just kind of how long it's going to take you to actually craft these.
Gotcha. Can I add proficiency since I'm proficient with Weaver's tools?
Yes, I'm okay with that.
Okay, in that case, let me just see if I have a dex with proficiency. I do. I have stealth. 17.
Okay. So these will be done in the next couple of days. You know your way around Needle. I wonder why. And Delucius, it's kind of cool as you look up from Gadry's grimoire every once in a while, and you can see the confidence in each sort of hand flick as the needle penetrates the fabric in a quick kind of pulling together of different pieces of it, and you can very quickly start to see the outline of however. Why don't you describe these fine clothes for me? What's kind of designed look do they have?
It really depends on who I'm making them for. Generally speaking, they're a lot more formal clothes, but they're meant to be comfortable. So probably not a t-shirt, more like sweaters or what other clothes are there that exist? I wonder.
Pants.
I think
Socks.
for most of the people, it'd be just formal, comfortable, fine clothes. Maybe for thinking names, I'm bad with them. Maybe for Alistair, I'd do something more regal, like some sort of suit.
Okay.
But I'd also ask over time, so basically anybody could ask for whatever they want their fine clothes to look like, and you can add a pair once I'm finished with your inventory.
Okay. So, if there's nothing else from anyone else.
I would like to kind of spend some time writing poetry for my imaginary non-existent lover that I may someday have and be able to give these poems to.
Sure. So, if you do plan on using those as a sort of aid in that future endeavor, if you would like to roll a persuasion check, and then, or not persuasion, excuse me, performance,
That's going to be a
Oh.
20.
Yeah, they are smooth. They are suave. Kind of make your own heart flutter a little bit. Kind of like, oh wow. And you can go ahead and add those to your inventory and just kind of record the check that you got along with them as well.
Sure. Thank you.
Well, we are really bringing some ambiance to these orcs' house. Some music, making art.
But soon, all four of you are carried off to sleep as the crickets chirp just outside and the soft breeze comes through, carried in from the river's side of things, until you slowly fall asleep. But I need to steal Becker to a private VC quick.
Okay, I'll jump over into number 1. I mean 3.
I mean 3.
1 and 3 are so similar
Really are.
in that they are both numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Time for a video on Marvel Jesus. No, it's not Deadpool. As you can probably tell, this one is a bit more literal. Let's talk about X-Man. X-Man, or as he's more normally known, Nate Gray, was artificially created by Mr. Sinister using the DNA of both Cyclops and Jean Grey. So technically he's like their kid, but neither parent was directly involved in or even aware of the process. Now, some of you more familiar with your X-Men history might note that that's almost the same origin as Cable, who was also created by Mr.
Become the best sniper in Pixel Gun 3D! In Deadpool, they make a joke about him forgetting his weapon bag, but it's actually not a joke that was in the script.
Where's your duffel bag?
God damn it! I'm gonna do this the old-fashioned way. 2 swords. And maximum effort. Originally in the movie, the final third act had a huge fight scene. But last minute, the movie got an $8 million budget cut on an already small budget of $58 million. So that final act was rewritten so there wasn't any big flashy weapons, and Wade only used his katanas. This is every cameo in the Deadpool chorus scene. Obviously, spoilers ahead. Starting off with Lady Deadpool, a lot of people thought this was going to be Taylor Swift, but it was indeed actually Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds' real wife. And that's not all when it came to family members. While people thought it was going to be played by Walker Scoble,
Is it right to arrest somebody if a telepath saw their future? Because that essentially is the plot of Marvel's Civil War 2. Because while the first Civil War of Marvel is caused by what we know as the Stamford Incident, Marvel's second Civil War began with this Inhuman known as Ulysses. And Ulysses has the ability to see futures that have yet to come. And when the Inhumans introduce Ulysses to the Avengers, the first person to be like, okay, this is some Minority Report-ish, is Tony Stark. While the government mouthpiece, Captain Marvel, is all about using his precog skills. So when Tony leaves the building and believes that everyone is going to
It's longer than I expected.
Ulysses' abilities, it's
I don't know what it is. Is it something from the Grimoire, you think?
I'm honestly
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
like part of the staff. Like,
Oh, like lasting effects from it? That's possible.
yeah, perhaps. I mean, like, or like something else happened whenever you dropped it. Like, you kind of just immediately did a 180 after leaving that building.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Also, we never really looked to the person we gave it. Was it Teneric that we gave it to?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we never really looked into that after he kind of seemed a little suspicious after he held it. Like, we were like, oh yeah, we can go inside, and then we never did. So, who knows?
I'm not too concerned.
Maybe the staff has taken over him, and now, you know, he's gonna cause the whole world to explode. Who knows?
Well, dude, if that happens, we'll just deal with it.
led by Captain Marvel decide to
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Built there.
use him and find fucking Thanos. And guess what happens? War Machine and She-Hulk die in the process. And if you thought that was enough, no, because when Ulysses has a vision of Hulk and find fucking Dark, while the government mouthpiece, Captain Marvel, is all about using his precog skills. So when Tony leaves the building and believes that everyone is going to sit and think on using Ulysses' abilities, instead, the Avengers, led by Captain Marvel, decide to use him and find fucking Thanos. And guess what happens? War Machine and She-Hulk die in the process. And if you thought that was enough, no, because when Ulysses has a vision of Hulk killing folks, the Avengers decide to go after Bruce Banner, who at the time is doing literally nothing. And when Captain Marvel tries to arrest him for something that he doesn't do, Hawkeye is forced to snipe his friend before he hulks out and brings forth the image once foreseen. And if you want to see that moment, be sure to follow and like this video. Is it right to arrest somebody? Team me up with Goop.
She asked the director, could she improvise the scene? And she went into her own version of the scene in a mixture of Spanish and English. And it was one of the most extraordinary bits of audition tape I'd ever seen in my life. In the back, you could have fucking talked to me this whole time.
Ranking my chances a little.
That's where that clip
It was
comes
like
from?
a, what do you call it? Table, round table.
Oh, around the table.
Yeah.
Wolverine. First, he rides my coattails with the R rating. Then, the hairy ups the ending by dying. What a Well, guess what, Wolvie? I'm dying in this one, too. To understand why I took a catnap on 1,200 gallons of high-test fuel, I need to take you back to the dewy slopes of 6 weeks ago.
Do you still, are you ready to memorize a new Deadpool
I could
3?
do it right now, but Disney wouldn't be too happy with me.
That's fair.
Oh,
that's where that clip
It was
comes
like
from?
The last name, bro. What happened to the name and last name, bro? What?
How long I've been waiting for this. I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Talk, bro. I'm gonna start dealing.
How long I've been waiting for this.
Ooh, you know how long I've been waiting for this. Ooh, you know how long I've been waiting for this.
Talk, bro. I'm gonna start dealing.
So I'm gonna start dealing.
How long I've been waiting for this. I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Talk, bro. I'm gonna start dealing.
If enough people cross streams, a toilet should automatically flush, but the question is, how many streams would you need? Welcome back to Engineered Bets. Today's line is 34.5 people, and it's your job to take the over or the under. Where in order for it to count as a flush, I'm placing this stick I found on the ground in the toilet, and it must exit out the bottom. The toilet's pretty simple and just works by dumping water into the toilet bowl, which pushes water up over this trap, and as the water leaves, it creates a siphon that pulls more water and any undesirable logs with it. The tank holds the water, and when you flush like this flapper is lifted, which lets the water drain into the bowl. That means there's nothing special about the toilet that would prevent you from simply adding water directly to the bowl to flush it, and this is a great way to save water during droughts as your showers heat up. Anyway, instead of dumping a bucket of water, the next logical question I had was how many people would need to piss simultaneously to achieve a similar result. When I tested my volumetric flow rate, I found that I was able to fill up 190 milliliters in about 8.3 seconds. And don't worry, this was just a dramatic reenactment, and the actual measurement was done more accurately off camera. Anyway, that gets a flow rate of 0.006 gallons per second.
Come to the mount.
Ooh, you know how long. Ooh, you know how long I've been waiting for this.
If enough people cross streams, a toilet should automatically split, and it tank holds the water.
Wanna practice with me?
If enough people
You know how long I've been waiting for this. You know how long.
That's where that...
You know how long I've been.
How long I've been waiting for this.
You know how long I've been waiting for this.
I'm about to make a name for myself.
Oh, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Walk away from this. You just make sure people know what happened here today. You know how long I've been waiting for this. I'm about to make a name for myself here. I don't think you guys walk away from this. You just make.
Oh, you know how long I've been waiting for this.
If enough people
Ooh.
Dr. Doom is
Ooh, do you know-
100%
you
the
know.
Wanderer. Some new audio files have been unearthed that show that Dr. Doom is the Wanderer who has been stalking the Fortnite map for a while now. Some new dialogue from Magneto says the following: I can't verify this Wanderer is who I think he is, but if it's him, if he's the one seizing that box's power, Dr. Doom is 100% the Wanderer. Some new audio files have been unearthed that show that Dr. Doom is the Wanderer who has been stalking the Fortnite map.
Yahoo!
Whoa, you know how long I've been waiting for this? Well, I'm
My
about to make a
bad.
name
So-
for myself here.
My bad.
So, Needle wakes up and Lucius is a corpse.
Yeah, I died.
You all wake up to a very soft glow coming in through your windows of just orangish yellow from the sun. The birds are chirping. The breeze has only intensified with the warm air that is now flowing through the sky. It is now the 2nd of Pylorus. And you can already hear in the wee hours here, about 7 in the morning, the festivities are already starting. Not partying yet, but people are up, market is going, and everything's flowing. All is fine in Tirvalor and Alistar's room, but Needle, you can't help but wake up and notice Lucius is sweating.
You, okay there, buddy?
Yeah.
Too hot?
Yeah, it was frighteningly hot this morning. There's a lot cooler where I come from, and then in the wee hours. Just, I guess they got good, got good blankets here or something.
If you say so.
Anyways, let's. I suppose we should get a start on our day.
Yeah, I'd say so. Wonder if Alistair got his beauty sleep.
We should go figure it out. I'd make my way out there.
So what is happening in Alistar and Tirvalor's room?
Well, I wake up very early, and I'm going to start just getting changed and open up the window so that it could wake up Tirvalor if he's not, an early bird.
It's funny you should mention that. I would say that he's not an early bird.
Well, then
so
you see the sun rays shining on your face.
What are you doing?
Up now, Tirvalor. We have a long day ahead of us.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm up, and then he goes back to sleep.
I'm gonna pull the blankets. I said up now, Tirvalor. Come on, we've got places to be. The event is today.
Okay. Oh, all right. Just 1 more, 3 more, 30 more minutes.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll give you 30 seconds.
Okay, fair deal.
And
Okay, I'm getting up.
There you go. See, that wasn't so hard.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I made you some breakfast, and I'll hand you over, very dry rations.
Oh yeah, thanks. Did you make this yourself?
You bet I did. I hope you enjoy.
Hard pack.
It's very nutritious.
Great. Oh yeah, it's great. Thanks.
So you wake up, and there's a kind of a pleasant smell of porridge, kind of wafting through the air. It's mixed with a little bit of spices. And they invite you all to sit down and take dinner, or breakfast with them, excuse me.
I don't speak whatever they're saying, Tirvalor. What are they saying?
Does he have a little nose?
Oh, yeah, you speak.
I don't.
You know what I...
Yeah.
The night.
Oh yeah. They say that we can enjoy ourselves to whatever we want from this beautiful meal over here. Looks like we've got slop and more slop. Quite delicious, if I might say so myself.
Dear Valor, you look like you woke up with a club to the teeth. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's okay. Thank you.
Maybe next time, me and I'll switch you. Ugh.
Well, I did suggest that last night. He may look a bit knackered, but trust me, he got a full night's rest. He just doesn't like to wake up early.
Yeah.
No, I'm great. I don't even know what you're talking about. I feel fine.
You see, lad,
He, like,
he's jolly good.
He has like that image of the PTSD soldier just staring at the camera. It's like, I'm fine. Like, all right. Ooh.
And finally, he pours a bit of porridge for Delucius and sets it in front of him, giving him a spoon.
Tell this fucking tell him I didn't ask for this. I don't need any of this. I just push it away.
I hope you realize that in Orcish culture, denying your host's food is the highest form of disrespect. If you don't eat at least a little bit of that, then I'm not sure what's going to happen next. All I know is that whatever may happen next is in your hands.
I'd like look at Alistair and like kind of bleary eyed, just like looking tired or what have you. But it'd probably be like the first time I actually looked Alistair in the eyes, for like longer than a second, and I would just like bat my hand at the porridge bowl and like tip it over on the table, and like get up and walk out.
Oh my goodness.
And like have a little clove cigarette outside.
I'm gonna tell the orchestra, oh yeah, he's just not hungry. But thank you for the food anyway.
No problem. I didn't mean to offend. I admit I don't know much about culture, but I thought porridge is pretty widespread.
Oh my goodman, I think these people have just, or at least that man has gone through some stuff in the last few days, so perhaps he hasn't worked up much of an appetite, especially this early in the morning.
Okay, yes.
And sorry, what was your name again, friend?
Dalvik.
I'm just gonna write it like this. Yeah, that will do. Is that with the H or not with the H? It's spelled differently sometimes.
G-A...
Oh yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I got it. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. I think I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna say, do you guys need anything else, or any of you actually hungry, or are you guys ready to head out?
I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I don't know why you're asking. Let's go.
Good.
Just moving.
Oh, well, I guess we should check up on Delucius. Seems a little bit irritated. Not really that's much different to how he usually is, but he does seem a little more irritated than usual.
swore at that guy, and I mean, he's rude, but he never really just swears at people trying to be nice.
I just assumed it was because he couldn't understand him, so he didn't really feel much compassion towards him or something.
No, he's not like that.
Alright. Let's go find Lucius.
I'd probably be just like outside, just like kicking the dirt with, like just kind of looking down and just smoking.
Picking up new hobbies, are we?
That's just not something I've done yet, I guess.
And once you start, it's very difficult to stop, so I hope you do enjoy it.
Something like that.
Oh,
Look, if you're
you didn't seem quite. You were proper rude. I must be honest with you. Anything going on?
If you're eating what those fucking greenskins are putting on your plate, you really do lack some general insight that I thought you had.
Greenskins?
So let's get moving with our day.
Oh,
wow.
I hadn't heard you using terms like that thus far. That's surprising. Nuts. Huh. Interesting.
Somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
I would just, lick my fingers together and like ash the cigarette, and then I would kind of pause for a second, and I would look a little bit more awake, and I would turn and I would kind of look back at the door of the house, and I'd look back at you guys, kind of paused, and I'd get kind of red-faced. I'd say we should probably get moving with the day. So yeah, okay.
I am truly at a loss. I don't know what's going on with this man. All right, let's get on moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's strange.
I'm gonna try to whisper to Needle if I can, and kind of hold him, while we're walking, hold his shoulder a little bit and slow him down so I can be kind of behind him. And I'll say, "You know him better than I do. Is this normal? Is this some sort of... I'm not sure, but I've heard that certain species or genders, not really sure which one, they get a little moody or something during certain periods. I'm not sure."
Needles is going to give you the most incredulous look, and it's like,
I'm just messing with you, don't worry. Don't get your knickers in a twist. But,
I feel like I would know less than you, even I know what you're talking about.
Is this very strange for him?
I mean, is it? At last I checked, I don't think he normally gets this.
Yeah, no, I don't think that. Yeah, Delucius would. It'd be rare that he would get visibly mad like that. And he's not a racial slurs guy.
It's a racial slurs guy.
Honestly, it's very off-putting. He's never been the type of person to call people slurs or get mad like that. I mean, I'm usually the one who gets mad like that. And well, we woke up this morning in a bit of a tizzy, but it was hot. Well, I think he was sweating at least. I'm gonna keep an eye on him.
Bad nightmares and something like that. No, sure.
Yeah, but it doesn't explain the personality shift. I'll keep an eye on him. Try to worry about the rest of the group for now, I guess.
Sounds good.
Then I'll keep heading forward.
Okay.
Sure. So, as you draw closer and closer to the fairgrounds, you can see the sky is absolutely full of wyverns and wyvern riders. You all are fairly knowledgeable about orcish culture and one of their more prestigious units in their military. It's not uncommon for militaries across Arcadia to ride griffins and other flying beasts into battle, but only the orcs are so tenacious to actively and consistently do it. Go after wyverns. Wyverns are moody, temperamental. They're very hard to break. They're very hard to make respect you from an animal to rider. But the orcs do it, and they do it very well. And it's a very strong bond that they form. You can tell the king's wyvern is about as old as he is. But now back in the fairgrounds, you can see all of them are once again getting ready for more contests. Though those who were excluded from the last yesterday, they sort of take up positions around their clans. None of them seem too beat up about losing. It's almost like a moot point. It's like, well, I guess I wasn't strong enough to lead my people. That seems to be their attitude from what you can hear. No one's excessively beat up about it. But the final 8 do take up positions. And you can see them getting ready. They're stretching, they're sort of mapping out plans. You can see, based off of the field, that they're about to get into a foot race.
Cool.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
100-meter dash type of thing to decide who's the leader. I think that's fair.
No, it's more so an obstacle course of sorts.
Okay.
It's not just a straight race, but the winner of this does not become king immediately.
That would actually be really funny. Whoever gets that log over there first is king of the nation.
I like that.
But with that, they're off, and pretty soon the contestants are racing across these fields. Despite being a wizard, see, I can't even remember the names I've written.
The daughter?
Yep. I gotta go back to this.
Daughter Orkington?
Daughter Orkington?
Wow.
I am. She very quickly takes the lead and heads out in front of both of her brothers, who are in 2nd and 4th place behind her. And all of them, every contestant is currently down to their bare minimums, just underwear and kind of short, tight-knit clothing, if they weren't comfortable to wear it. And they're racing across this, and you can see the sweat beads forming. And eventually the daughter does cross the finish line first, and the brothers do make it behind her in those same 2nd and 4th orders, with the rest of them falling behind, the last 2 being disqualified from the race as they all rest and recuperate. This obstacle course was almost military in style. There was the boards they have to climb over, the monkey bars, the quick crawling, the trying to hop through difficult terrain before finally making it to the end, about 300 feet from where they started.
Very cool.
And all while watching from the stone in the center there, their father with the same wyvern, who now is no longer wrapped around his leg, but can be seen in a more appropriate lighting, if you will. It's a very slender beast with sort of a very streamlined body. Anyone can make me a nature roll, actually, to see where they... All the wyverns are kind of different in look, so...
I don't really have
I
good
don't
nature.
think I would be very good at that.
Yeah, nor would I.
Not one. They got a 0.
Hmm.
Is this a pigeon?
I got a 19 on that one.
Yeah, with a 19. So this beautifully red wyvern, it immediately is like, that's a dragonback wyvern from the Dragonback Mountains. That's not its proper name, but that's where it's from. The Dragonback. There are 3 major mountain ranges in Arcadia. There's the Golden Mountains, which occupy most of the western half of the continent. And I'm opening the other map to show you. The Dragonback Mountains are what separate the Empire of Man from Drakadin on their northern and I guess that would be southern borders. The map is weird for how I set them up, but it's these guys right here, this chain. And then there's the spine of Arcadia that runs along the rest of it, which is the largest of the 3 mountain ranges.
Very nice.
They are notoriously brash. They are stout creatures. And the reason they're so streamlined like this is, and I can put it in character art.
And this is whose wyvern?
This is the King's wyvern. The king is Gruvol, Gruvol. He's but it's a very streamlined. The Dragonback Mountains are very tall and very narrow. So a lot of the wyverns that come from there are sleek and slender, like the picture I sent. So they can sort of better get in between each of those mountain passes.
Very cool.
And with that, they once more return to their spots to rest and recuperate. And you can see that there are large kind of painted wooden pieces being moved into place. And each of them have symbols of some kind. They're just normal orcish iconography. Nothing arcane, nothing denoting any like proper meaning. It's just kind of a general, almost like hieroglyphs. And Alistar, from what you know of Orcish, a lot of this is like phrases, and they almost have to make them match to complete them. You know, it's just watching them, you're like, huh, that phrase is off. That's not how the saying goes. You know, it's like slang sayings or common sayings. And you can kind of tell how they're setting it up, that they're supposed to complete these sayings and line them all up to form sort of a proper story of some kind or proper sentence.
You're gonna play Wordle.
That's not what I was going for, but you know what? Yeah, they're playing Wordle. That's actually
amazing. The tiles are changing to yellow and green.
So it is taking a moment to set this up. And Alistar, you do kind of see walking through the crowd, Lyria is sort of poking and prodding and sort of seeing what's around before finally kind of clocking you and making her way over. So enjoying the festival?
I think it's quite interesting. It's much different than what I've been accustomed to, so quite like it. Where have you been? I thought you were dead. I haven't seen you in so long.
I've been around, sir. Just checking out the town. I've never been to Jeritha before, let alone the capital.
It's much nicer than I anticipated, I'll be honest.
The others are sort of... They're a rakish breed. They, well, you don't need to tell me how... Or you don't need me to tell you how they are.
Suppose so, Lyria. Suppose so. Anyway, I think this is a nice change of scenery for us. I am quite excited to see how the games end. Although I am kind of concerned as to what will happen in the end if they're not happy with who wins or what. I don't know if they actually get upset at that type of thing. I know a lot of coaches, they're quite, what's the word I'm looking for? They like their sports. Their sports.
No. Technically, that who wins is the most qualified. They'll be proud of whoever won. Even the other contestants. You can see it on their faces. They just weren't quite up to snuff. So, the strongest leads, and they absolutely adore it. Sore losers aren't something found in this side of Orcish culture, so...
That's interesting. I'm surprised that all they value in a leader is their physical prowess, but alas, I suppose it could be worse.
Have you not been watching? They've been playing games of wit too, reciting laws, creating phrases that the people know, stories.
Oh, that's...
They're not just...
That was the point of
great
those
alarms.
phrases on the writing then. Right, that makes a lot more sense now.
I can't help but wonder, Sir, what are we doing after this? After the rest and recuperation, do we have a goal? Do we have anything we're going to do?
You know, I've if I may pipe up, forgive me for listening in on you. First off, Alistair, I just wanted to apologize for earlier. I must have had a bad sleep.
Oh, no problem at all. I mean, I had to wake up Tervalor, and he wasn't quite happy either, so all is forgotten.
I guess I just wanted to remark on what we're doing here. I was thinking a little bit last night as I was writing some stuff down about how we went into that place and we got that staff and it went pretty well. I'd heard tale back home, something near the spine of Arcadia, up in the mountains, some sort of artifact. I don't really know what it's for. Metal ring of sorts. I don't know much about it. I'd have to make my way to a library or to a historian before we embarked on any sort of quest, but I don't know. I just thought with the fortune that this brought us, maybe we should report something to the Merchants Guild and maybe take a new journey. It's just a consideration if we have nothing else to do.
Well, look at that, Lyria. You wanted a new quest, and we just got one.
She seems a little off-put. So you mean to tell me that we're just going to wander into the mountains with hope of finding an artifact that you no doubt read about in one of your wizard tombs? No offense, but those relics tell everything. Either through not knowing or not wanting to entass the wrong crowd. Are you sure that it's there? I mean, really sure that it's still around?
Well, not at all, but we weren't sure about this staff either. All I mean to say is that if we were to make our way to somebody a little bit more knowledgeable on the subject, maybe we'd have a lead. And if not, then so be it. We can move on with our lives.
Not sure, but we had the backings of the Mages Guild and their word that it was there. That's better than nothing.
Maybe we should start with the Mages Guild then. We could go find Teneric, or we could find the highest ranking individual here and bring it up to them and see what they know about it. And again, if not, no harm, no foul, we move on with our lives.
You can see that she's about to open her mouth in what seems to be protest, but she stops herself and she looks to you, Alistar. It's your decision, sir.
Well, for now, let's just enjoy the festival, and we'll talk about the future once we've had a little more time to think on it.
Dear Lord Needle, do you have any thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I'll just go wherever you do. I really do not care for my future.
That sounds a bit ominous.
I'm a little confused as to what brought this about. I'm all for the adventure, but what's motivating you to want to do this?
I get it. It was just childhood legend, something that I heard from back home on Vadra. Things spoke around campfires and whatnot. But I was just thinking last night on old ancient artifacts, delving in to get them, and made me think of an old story I heard from back home.
You've been thinking about this starting last night?
I mean, it was just something that crossed my mind. I don't mean to.
Okay. Sounds interesting for sure. Suppose if we don't find anything else, then we can perhaps do that, yeah.
Yeah, only if we find nothing else. If there's something out there better for us, a little bit more lucrative, then
I'm gonna
by all
put my
means, I'm
hand
down for
on
that.
your chest, and I'm gonna use detect. Actually, I'm not gonna put my hand on your chest. I'm gonna just put my hand up, and I'll say, "You mind if I take a quick look at you? I just want to make sure that there's no trace of the staff left in you, if you don't mind."
I mean, I'm sure there is, but we saw it. I mean, go for it. But we saw Teneric destroy it himself, didn't we?
Destroy
I do admit I've been feeling sickly every now and again, but...
Well, that's precisely why I want to do this. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic on him.
Detect magic. Got you.
And obviously ignore whatever obvious stuff in his components and stuff. I'm gonna try to look at his actual physical self, I guess.
No. I completely understand. I just want to. Yep. So you like you said, despite the obvious magic exuding from his items, you also get it from him, just being as a wizard himself, just the sort of constant flow of magic that comes through a magical being. It's nothing major. It's something you would get if you did that to a druid or a warlock or a sorcerer. Kind of that same flow. If you're looking for anything major. No.
Well, I'm okay.
Nothing
Yeah.
that stands out.
I would like to roll insight to see if I think he's being honest with me and with himself, if that's a thing I'm able to do.
Okay, so with
oh no,
over here.
I guess I have to roll whatever. If I'm doing something, then I have to roll it. But if I'm not, I still have to roll, right?
Correct. So here's the thing. So here's what I'm going to do. So one moment. I just got to type something out quick.
What'd you come up with there, Alistair?
So
Anything?
what I will
you seem to be
if you are going to apologies.
No, go ahead, sorry.
So, do not tell anyone, but make me a deception or persuasion check, depending on whether you are telling the truth or lying. And make me an insight check, Tirvalor.
Tirvalor, and didn't
Yeah, I
you
rolled a
just make-
6. Yeah, I rolled a 6.
Well, since I'm like, you know, trying to do the detect magic and stuff, would I also be able to roll insight since I'm trying to figure out what's going on with him? Or would that be too much if 2 people roll? It's okay if you think that's too much.
You're doing insight as well?
Can I?
You either can do it. Yeah, if you would like.
Or I guess may I is the proper term, but yeah. And I'm gonna try to say, please, pilot, help me see if there's something wrong with my friend here. And I'm gonna roll it with a D4 guidance. Oh, snap. Alright, D4. So 17 plus D4, which is a... Oh, 20. Dirty 20.
Sure.
Wait. Oh, yeah, okay. No, I'm good.
Okay.
Okay. You pretty much both of you look at him and he's very sincere. He's very confident in his wording. He, you know,
Okay.
you've seen him tell the truth this whole time, and he's kind of just sitting there. And you know, why don't you describe to me, Delucius, you know, kind of a bit of how you're postured right now.
I'd like kind of just be kind of open-chested, letting, you know, Alistair put his hands up at me and Tirvalor eye me up and down, and I'd say, look, fellas, I understand how weird this all is. You know, all that business with the staff and I don't know what happened with me this morning, waking up on the wrong side of the bed or what it was. But if I had some sort of anything going on, I mean, for the betterment of y'all, I'd let you know at least.
No, it's okay. I'm fairly confident with my examination. I think you should be okay.
And Tirvalor, you and I have shared a couple smokes and drinks. If I had something, you'd have it too by now, I'm sure.
Oh, man. I better go wash my hands.
Not too late for that.
With that, you hear the crowd erupt as you see one of the brothers triumphantly raising both of his hands in the air, as he was the first to complete the puzzle, with his sister almost being eliminated, but still in, and his other brother still in as well. The remaining four, all three siblings, and the final non-Akrok clan member, one from Yargil Slag. They're one of the larger ones. Let me put the spelling in read-only lore. So, you clan Yargil Slag, their champion, their chosen son, is very clearly a martial man. He is very large in stature, but he's very stoic. His face is not telling the full story. And the three siblings and that from Yaroslag go back to rest once more as new events are being placed, now about noonish, given how much time has passed.
I would applaud with everybody else if that's what people are doing.
Same, I guess.
Yeah, same.
Alright. So as the day carries on, it comes down now to a pair of duels. you can see brother paired against sister, and brother paired against the outsider. Or outlier, excuse me. And they begin to fight. It takes about an hour for everyone to get ready. And at about 1 p.m. the fight begins. Throughout this time you've been had refreshment, you've been having beverage. Nothing that I will deduct cost from. It seems to be just being like passed around as general festivity. It's coming from the crown, really. The crown is paying for bread and games, essentially, and everyone is kind of delighting in the feast. And the duels commence, spell after spell from the sister to her brother, and him doing his best to stop it and get close to her. When she finally drops her guard, lets him in, and in a swift motion knocks him out with a swift uppercut from her staff.
Yeah!
And aside, you see the clan from Yargilsil in swift motions, not befitting of his bulkiness, very swift, very quick, disarms the other brother, taking him to the ground and placing it over his throat in a sign of victory in the duel.
No!
He stands fairly defeated, but once again, not a sore loser, embracing the clan member from Yargilsil. And with that, a silence falls over the crowd as the king stands from his podium. His hand silencing the thousands of people watching, just simply by being raised.
Cool.
The final test will be tomorrow. My daughter and the boy from Yargilsil. A great clan, a proud clan. We are honored by our two final contestants. You honor me, foreigners, by being here, and my people by participating in our traditions. To my own peoples, you bring me joy by continuing to show support for your clans that have led you so far. And he sits back down. No one claps, just smiles. Many kneeling and raising their fists. And like that, everything continues, a show of such respect for this king. This is not uncommon for the orcs. And everything continues like normal, like he never even spoke. But you can feel an energy amongst the crowd now, one of pride.
Nice. Is
the rest of the day is yours.
I'm sorry, I was going to ask, does this happen whenever the king is, like, about to step down? Like, he's an old king. Like, how long has he been ruling?
From your knowledge, he has been ruling for the past 40-some years.
Wow, okay.
So is this just to decide a successor to the throne?
This is who is taking his place. He is old. He is.
Oh, so he's gonna step down like effective immediately, basically.
Right.
Wow.
This. Whoever wins this will become the new king, effective immediate.
Okay, that's actually very interesting, huh?
That's cool. It'd be too late to, like, if I wanted to just participate just for the hell of it, just to say I did it, and like
See, in the
immediately
beginning,
lose.
I was thinking
I
about
should have
that.
done that days ago,
I was
right?
thinking about it. Yeah, I was thinking about that days ago as well. Like when we first started the session, I was like, imagine if one of us joined.
Yeah. And it's probably too late to do that.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is a little late to apply to be king.
Unfortunately,
But
I like pat our guys on the back, and I'm like, that's all right. We'll get them in 40 years, guys.
Believe it or not, being king would be a nightmare for me. So no thanks.
I'm sure.
From what you gather, it's not. It's not forbidden for foreigners to run. It's just not been heard of. No foreigner has ever tried to be king of Drutha before. And it's also not on a 40-year increment. From what you know of the orcs, they value strength. So the moment the strength of the leader starts to wane, they begin wondering if they should organize a new festival of kings. And that strength that slip-up can be not being able to mount their wyvern properly, slipping up in speech, not being able to get proper sentences out. Just general signs of aging that happen. It starts to go, maybe I'm too old to rule. And they call a new festival themselves. This isn't something anyone can make them do. It is something the king decides themselves. It is incredible restraint to not hold on to power on the king's part, but humility to admit when they no longer have the strength to govern their people the way they should be governed.
See.
But the festivities continue. And once again, Tirvalor, you catch Marina at the corner of your eye, and she is entertaining a small group of children with some light tunes. Nothing crazy. You know, simple tunes that, as a bard, you were like, oh, that was like one of the first things I learned.
I would come by and say hi again and ask her how she's doing.
Oh, I'm doing very well. This festival always brings me such happiness. This is my first one.
Well, that's good. You should definitely do the things that make you happy.
I love festivals. They're always so full of life. She kind of chases the kids off as they run towards the crowd into their own things. Everyone is so friendly.
Yes, I love them too as well. We're kind of far from Grey Rest. What brings you so far? How did you hear about this?
The Festival of Kings. Half the continent knows about it. Save for maybe the dwarves, but I'm sure they've even heard about it. Merchants from all over are here, peddling wares, selling their culture. It's beautiful.
Yes, of course. So, do you have a favorite? Do you know who you think's gonna win?
She would make a wonderful king.
Oh yeah, I agree.
But she's very young to be king. Very young.
How old?
She's only 21.
Oof, wow, that is young.
Brash from Yargelslag. He's 26. He has much more experience under his belt. He might make a wiser leader despite her being a wizard. But who knows? Only time will tell.
True. These things, too many moving parts to predict. Not into divination myself.
Save the divination for our wizard. We are performers. We dazzle. We make people smile.
Yes. We try at least.
Aha, there is no trying for me. I do it every time.
Excellent. So you've had some success then.
She jingles a little coin purse. I've had great success.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I'm just curious. You haven't noticed anything fishy going on around here, have you?
Fishy? How do you mean?
Well, if you don't know, a friend of ours, he's acting a little strange. I was just curious if you've noticed any strange behavior around.
Strange behavior? Aside from the normal stuff. The normal strange, I suppose.
Yeah. Of course.
Not really. You're being a little cryptic here, Valor.
Well, it's kind of still a mystery myself. I'm still not sure exactly what's going on, so just making sure there's nothing that's going around, if you know what I mean.
I know we had one like next to the house, but I'm trying to use it right now and it's not working. Like it doesn't show up.
I suppose I'll keep my eye out, but I've not noticed anything.
That little rat, bro.
Great.
I can't make it home now, but I'm like 5.
Where are you gonna be the rest of the festival?
I was like, I just gotta place this down and I can go home.
Right here.
Do you see
they
the
have a
waystone?
special event going on at the forts.
Break it
they
and
lost
place it
one
back
of their
down,
commanders
please.
last
Maybe
night.
that's why.
He passed away in his sleep. And they want some bards
Because that's
to
getting
come
jumped
over
right
and
now, bro.
play dirges
I'm getting,
and
other
solemn songs.
2,500. 2,500.
Oh, that's too bad. Can't say that's
why
my
I wanted to place
expertise,
the
but
voices so I can come
do you
right
need
away,
more
and I have
people?
an inventory full of stuff that I don't want to get rid of.
You are more
like the
than
worst
welcome.
item in my inventory that I can like say maybe I could get rid of is iron.
Okay,
I don't
when
wanna
would
get
that
rid of
be?
Like everything else is pretty
That's
rare.
going to
Like
be
I got
tonight.
a name tag.
I
I
think
got
around,
some.
7?
I got 64 string, 40 emeralds.
All right, I'll come by.
And I got a bunch of the magic runes.
Where about?
Perfect.
I
At the
wanna make a
fort,
staff
Fort
when I get
Zuthik.
home.
How do you spell that?
It
How you made a
is,
staff?
right? Yeah.
A staff?
Zuthig.
Oh shit! I got a cross.
On the map.
Thank you. Oh, there it
Fuck! I got
is.
smacked. Yo. Bro, please put that waystone shit.
That's
I'm
a lot
getting
of
jumped. Getting jumped, bro. I'm gonna
Well,
try
we'll
to
see
hide
you
it.
there.
See you there.
Alright, I'm hiding. Fuck it, no, I'm not gonna hide. I'm
And
not
she
not
kind
a
of
pussy.
departs
I'm gonna
to
go out
go
and
do
fight
something
because
else.
I'm a man.
Probably sing, probably dance.
Oh fuck. I'm getting jumped.
We know where Fort Zuthik is.
Yeah, I got 64 string. I've been killing
Just
some
making sure y'all know.
I would hope I know I put it there. But yeah, the day marches on. Is there anything crazy anyone wants to do? Anything people want to look for?
I'd like to look for a library. Or a
Library.
museum
Think
or
back to the
whatever.
university.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
perfect.
knocked off
Probably
an
be
edge. That would do it.
Best bet, yeah.
Oh shit! I just shot my crossbow on accident.
Whenever I have time, I would make my way to Yakugan. Chekugan.
Sure.
But I got a spell that lets
That's
me
how we
make light
pronounce it
that
down
lasts a couple of
south.
seconds. It's hella useful. Because I can just use it and then
Is
like let it
there
reload
anyone
and then
else
place it
following
again.
him, or is he kind of trailing off by himself?
I'm gonna follow him.
Oh shit, creeper.
Needle, I'm gonna take today to look for some books.
Hey, do I have
You
blast
wanna
protection?
come along?
Okay, I don't.
Fine by
I
me.
just survived
Maybe
the
I'll find
creeper
one of my
explosion and
type.
didn't take damage.
There you go.
What's this?
What about Alistair, Tirvalor? What are y'all gonna get up to?
I don't know. I think. I'll just go with you guys for now. I don't have much of a plan right now, so I'm not really losing
Alright.
much by going with you.
You know, there's I'm sure there's I don't know how extensive their library is, but I'm sure they have something for you. Books on
Hold up.
how to read, how to write.
Yeah, I think that'd be quite beneficial for me, you know. I never get taught that in my extensive years of knight training, you know. It's only how to beat you up. That's about all I've learned.
Alright, well, Needle, can you stand between me? Anyways, let's go.
Oh shit, okay, let me see if I can... What the fuck? Oh my god, I was like, why can't
distancing
I use
myself jokingly from Alistair.
It's like I
Tivolo, what about
fucking
you? You heading with us?
Yeah, I'll follow
Wait,
along.
what did you... Place it and then crouch and then click
I
on
would
it.
walk that way.
So you can name it. And then click... When it tells
So,
you to
heading
name
the
it,
university.
name it whatever you want, but click Global Waste.
There are many students
There's like a little
walking about.
checkbox.
Most of
Click
them
that.
are probably returning now from the festival after it was called a little bit early.
Oh my gosh, bro. How, bro, I
many
think
of them,
Cooper City?
Alistar, you can glean, are a little bit disappointed that he held it off till tomorrow. Why the festival wasn't concluded tonight when they had so much time for the last competition. Many of them are a little bit frustrated about it. Many of them are a little, like, not mad, but like
Global
a
Wasteland and name it
cliffhanger
whatever
at
you
the
want.
end of one of your favorite shows seasons. It's like, what the fuck? I want to know.
Did it work?
Many of them wondering what the competition will be.
Alright, let me see. I see it, yeah, Casa.
Who can eat the most boiled eggs in a minute?
Alright, there, I'm here. Hey. Oh my god, this is nice. You built this?
I would make my way.
It's not bad,
Yeah,
bro.
go
nice.
for it, sorry.
It's pretty.
Eventually, you will come to the university's library, a large building just north of
I'm coming here to empty them out, bro.
Mages Guild.
So empty my inventory.
Not that
out.
tall building or that
So we
biggest
got hella,
building.
bro, we got
in
hella
between
diamonds, low
doors.
key.
It's kind of hard to see. It's just under the E.
Oh, we can get vein
in
miner.
Mages.
Okay. We got a hole. Let's go.
It's this little guy right. Yep, right there.
Alright, let me put my emeralds in this
and it
chest.
sort of dips down into a larger underground portion that eventually links back up with the main university. Most of what's south here is student housing and sort of other dormitory.
I'm gonna try to organize it a little bit.
Spaces.
But, like,
Well,
I'm not gonna,
here
like, you know,
and
OD
here are sort
for
of
now.
like labs and workshop areas. This being the guild hall.
By the way, the thing
This
called the mana
long
note
tower
thing, the
being
thing that's like a
one
little
for
swirly blue
teachers
thing,
and
that's what you use to
professors,
make
their living
spells.
arrangements. Well,
I made
this
one.
is
Look,
where the classrooms are held.
look at me. This is what they look like. What you got?
And that
Here's
library
this, yeah.
sort of stretches down underneath them all, and all of those buildings kind of feed into it, and it's this large subterranean library that stretches for very,
That is my
very
hand. This is a spell.
large bit.
Look what
Not
it
like
does.
massive, but like
It's a spell. Look, you go in here.
it is
and then-
quite the large library.
You can't really
And
see it right now
you're
because it's
sort
not
of
dark, but it
stopped at
actually
the-
brights up a line.
the
It lasts
entrance of
like a
it
good minute.
by what looks
and
to
then you
be
can just put it like if you're
a
walking around, you can just keep placing
TA
it.
of sorts.
Like I can
and,
place another one right
the
there.
young orc, she. Are you students
It
here?
does after like 30 seconds.
No,
something
we
like
are
that, or more.
on business
I
from
think it's like a
the
minute.
Mages Guild.
Oh no,
from
it's unlimited.
Grand
I learned the
Maester
spell.
Teneric.
I
I
just
was
have
just
to
hoping to have a
pull
bit of a peruse.
Oh,
you can only use it
means,
like every few
come in.
seconds. I don't know how many, but yeah, you gotta wait a few seconds.
No,
And she
damn.
lets you in.
Nice.
Alright, put my iron
That
Should
here.
name drop him more often.
I know.
I invited him, bro.
It's working out for us so far.
Well, she's young.
Oh, I
You
didn't-
did roll a natural 20 the last time you pulled his
I
name,
just sent him
so
on WhatsApp, but he didn't.
I figured it probably the confidence is still exuding.
Also, we look like we know how to
But-
read.
That's true.
Huh?
Well, Delucius is. You do have a wizard leading you down into this, so.
What the fuck? Can you
Yahoo.
send you a picture of that? Or a video, I mean?
So,
That's funny.
walking down into the library, and you can see the expanse of shelves and shelves after shelves and shelves and books on
Dirty little kid, bro. What's
so
with
many
him?
different kinds of academic or academia, excuse me. And I suppose this would be a great time for an investigation check. I will allow someone to help him, but since Delucius is the only one who kind of knows what he's looking for, that's the only role I'll ask for.
I mean, I know what I'm looking
damn,
for,
bro,
but
you
it's
got
completely
highlights in this
unrelated
chest.
to the book that he's looking for.
What are you looking for?
Okay, so everybody's
wow, I
gonna
just
watch
picked up something from my
as
chest and I completed
Needle
my
seems
quest.
to drop off
Let me
for a
check.
second, and they're basically going to look for like one of those like dramatic soap opera romance books, like 50 Shades of Green or
Ooh,
Moonlight, that one with the werewolves and vampires.
That's my next quest.
Amazing.
Get 32 amethyst shards.
Hey,
Do we
this
have
is a
that?
library, and wizards are nerds, so they have to get it out somehow.
Okay.
I bet I could find one of those books somewhere.
Alright, I need this.
And that's
I
what I'm going to
need-
look
I'm sure
for.
you
Maybe,
can.
helpful.
I'm sure you can find it.
Alright, so as far as you
Oh,
can
let me put
tell,
this
Needle
one.
has dropped off the face of the earth.
Needle.
Let's see.
I bet he's just looking for
Uh,
books on how to knit properly.
Yeah, totally.
Alright, let me put this away for now.
What about Tirvalor and Alistar?
Put in the dungeon.
I would help him look. I would assume as a bard I have some education, not as much as a wizard, but so I would
Were you
help him
struggling
look
to get
for
back to your
whatever
shit?
book he's looking for.
Why, thank you.
I wanna make a freaking.
Tirvalor, I'm looking for
staff. I'm trying to see
artifact
what I
stuff.
need.
Look for, I don't know,
Also,
anything talking
throw
about the
any
spine of Arcadia,
any little
artifacts,
pieces of
things in the mountains, you know.
or any maps that you find, 'cause we
historical
don't need
stuff.
them, especially if
A bit
they're like
boring,
old.
but,
That's what I've been doing. Alright, I'm gonna make a new spell.
I don't think I
I think
did
I
that
got
right.
everything.
I'll roll another 20
Say
just
what?
in case I get above a 17. Oh, there's a
Oh,
17.
shit. Good idea.
17 plus 5, I guess.
Alright.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, I just broke one
So
of the beds.
22,
My
if I
fault.
did the math right?
Yes.
Fuck, I need
So,
a magenta bed for
while
the spell.
Tirvalor and Delucius
Alright,
are
is that
off
purple? Do we have purple dye?
looking for this
I think I saw the
specific
kid with purple dye at
thing.
some point.
Alistar, are you doing anything specific? Are you looking for a book that maybe you are interested in?
I want to look for a book relating to the month of Piloth and any... Because despite me being like a follower of Piloth, this is kind of a personal thing. Like, I haven't really, like... You know, I wasn't taught this. Like, that was not part of my night training. That was just me kind of like, oh, I'm going to do this. So, like, I don't really know much about them. So, I would like to research on them.
I mean, even if you did, it'd be very interesting to get perspective from another society.
True.
Or you could
Wait,
join the dark
so-
side and look at romance novels with me.
Say that again?
Come on, do
So, I guess
Here, you
we'll,
want
we'll
it?
start with
I
Needle.
can give you
Needle,
a color.
what kind of book did you find? What
Let me see, where is it?
what's
Uh,
inside this book?
Yeah, I think like looking around.
Here, you can have
for
it.
just
Put that on it.
titles that they heard offhandedly from some older mothers in the market. They heard of a book called
shit.
50 Shades
I'm a
of Green,
I'm a
which follows
freaking
the
killer.
tale of this female half-orc going
I don't know
through
if you
some
can.
very
There's like
strange
special
adventures.
dogs. That's why you need to put a collar. The
Needle
collar-
was curious because
it's like,
whenever the mothers mentioned it, instead of
for
like
leather,
actually
that's
saying
what
what it
you
was about,
need.
they just started like giggling, and it's like, well, fuck.
Yeah,
now
but
you have my
but those are for like
curiosity.
special dogs.
Look, they're
Like normal
looking
dogs,
at-
I think it's just bones. But they
And
spawn
maybe
everywhere.
they're regretting it, maybe
like
they
normal
aren't.
dogs, you
You
know, they
don't
spawn
know.
like in forest or whatever the fuck.
Okay.
I gotta kill freaking cows, bro. I've been trying to find them to get
Nice.
more leather to make more.
And like this
Then-
won't affect any of the story, but if somebody finds me, they're going to get a punch
Oh my
to
God,
the
bro, we got
throat,
so
like
much-
immediately.
So much freaking books.
Understood.
Alright,
Like small child.
So-
Gah!
Don't punch a small child, please.
Nobody must know. There must be
Oh,
no
okay. You know
witnesses.
how? I'm gonna try to find. I know how I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna try to see if I can find a flower. Let me know if you find
So-
any purple flowers, bro. I need that.
Then, Alistar, you find a book called Pylos
color.
Gravity, referring to the absolute just
For the color.
how do I say magnitude that the god holds.
I'm gonna
Speaking
find some.
of how he fights day and night against one of the most powerful forces in the world, the ocean, and its currents, and its creatures, and its beasts, and how
Yeah, but we
he
need
tries
that.
his hardest to prevent them from wreaking just destruction on the land. That's what the
think so.
orcish interpretation of Pyloth is. His determination on keeping those safe, his strength against the sea itself and how he contains it. Tirvalor, looking through a section of books.
Ooh, I'm gonna make a flame staff.
You find a lot on the spine of Arcadia. A lot of it's boring.
Alright, I made a flame
lot of
staff.
it's like
We got flame stuff.
geography
I need
and
flame
geology
rooms.
based. It's kind
Those
of
are
like,
these.
oh, I found this
I got them
cool
equipped.
rock here once, you know. And you kind of absent-mindedly
Bro, look,
kind
I'm
of
about to-
brush Delucius away, and you're just mind-numbing, like, oh, this
Where are
shit's
you? Oh, is that a
boring.
goblin? Don't kill it, don't kill it. Those are
And
traitors.
You send Delucius down kind of a path where Delucius.
Yeah,
you look,
he's
you
tiny.
look around
Yeah,
and
look,
you notice
trade with him.
you're
That's the one that gives you that
kind of
netherite
in
shit. Oh, we can trade, bro. Since we have hella diamonds, we
not
can
a
get netherite from
forbidden
him.
section, but
Where he at?
a section that talks about
For netherite.
things not often
Yeah.
talked about.
We got a couple. Let me see.
A
Where's the
lot of these
diamonds
books
at?
are chained
Alright,
to
here they are. Alright, where you at?
the bookshelf itself, which, now that you notice it, went from a wooden
Where
to
he
a
at, bro?
metal bookshelf to prevent people from ripping these books away. This isn't something uncommon.
Negative
amongst
461. You're lying.
Arcadian academia.
Bro, you were just next to me. How the
Many
fuck
of
did
the
you go that
greatest
far? Where the fuck did
universities
you go?
have these sort of sections that talk about
Oh.
demonology, forbidden magics, and
I was about to say, bro,
risky
like, I saw
material
you.
when it comes to sanity and power hungry.
Yeah, I was about to say, bro, like, I know you did not, like, teleport 5,000 blocks in
In
2
it-
seconds.
You find a book called Infernus Made Above.
It was 396, negative 400, you said?
Furnace made above.
I'm here. Kinda.
And it goes through
Am I
a
blind?
great many things.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
Staves, not unlike the one you found, are mentioned here. And how sometimes conjurers
Fuck, bro, I'm getting
can
jumped right now, bro. Watch out.
be so practiced in conjuration magic that they can
Yeah.
summon things from the hells itself
I'm getting jumped, bro.
permanently as weapons.
Alright, where's that little shit?
And you get to a section
You need
as you're sort of mindlessly
4 leather
reading.
for 1. Have you found
And
one?
you look over and you can
Oh, wait, can I
find-
kill
you
it? So I can get, because I have an
find a
achievement that I gotta kill it.
section,
Where that?
And it's
Oh,
only
let
a
me know if you
page
find
long.
one. You can take the leather. I
It
just
talks
gotta kill
about
it. Because I gotta.
the crater of the spine.
Oh shit. Yeah, because I had one, but a
And
zombie
that's
killed
something
it.
you've heard before.
Wait, let me try this on the creeper. Oh my god,
Going
bro.
back
Holy
to
shit.
the world map.
Okay, I
show
did
you
not.
what I'm talking
Bro, that was crazy. Holy shit, bro. Holy shit, bro.
The crater of the spine.
Alright, I did not.
is-
Oh my god, bro. What is going on?
If
Bro, I'm about to die.
road is this bad boy right here. This large open spot that used to house
Bro, I'm
a
getting
great
jumped
many
city right now.
mountains. But at an undisclosed time, thousands of years ago, something happened.
I could put a
that
mod for that
ripped
if you
those
want. I saw it. I was
mountains
trying
from
to.
their
I was
place.
testing it today.
And
Do you want me
all
to
that
add it
was
later?
left Was a solid metal
I know, bro.
ball.
The shooting stars. I can add that
Not
mod
glowing,
later.
not
Not
floating,
today because it takes a minute
not
for it to actually like upload and stuff. But I
special,
can.
not
I
cold,
can do it
not hot,
this night
anything,
if you want, and
just-
then it'll be on tomorrow. Do you want me to add that?
Sitting there.
So you could have a torch on your offhand.
It speaks of how the scholars of the time spoke to
Oh.
gods and asked how to deal with it, but it trails off into talking about how
You want me to add it?
it
Do you
wasn't
want-
ever talked
Can you
about
not hear
again.
me?
It doesn't
Okay.
even know if this is really what
I
happened
can
to
add
that
one-
region or if it was just
Okay, I can add one that just has the
a
torch
legend.
that you can put it. Should I
It's
just have that
not
one on?
very clear, but
Because
it
there's one that
points
lets you
you
put
in a
anything on your
good
offhand, but I don't know if it'll
direction.
like actually light up the torch. So I don't want to
the
risk it.
keep of Casimaris. Something
Oh, did-
about the wizards there
Did
speaking
we go to
with
this little like
high
dungeon over
clerics
here?
about what they were going to do with it, but
It's like
not
it's like a giant
the
like
clerics
dungeon
who
here.
found it keeping any record of it. The paladins keeping
Yeah,
any
it's
record
like
of it.
at 200.
Just that they talked to the wizards about what they were
200,
going
negative
to do,
500.
and that's about it.
Could you spell Casimaris for me?
Yes, I can. COSIMERU.
No, what? Oh yeah, negative 500 on the
In this
thing.
world,
You'll see it. It's
Cosmos
like
is
big, bro.
where the
Kinda
word
distance.
cosmos comes from. for
Bro, you
space.
gotta make it like proper, bro. It's 200, comma negative 500. Cause you keep swapping them, bro. That shit be throwing me off.
Sweet.
And with that, you feel
Alright, I'm here.
a
Oh wait,
fluttering.
bro.
of
I was actually tweaking, bro. The dungeon, bro. I saw from far
and
away.
that's where we're gonna end tonight's
It was
session.
fucking grass.
Yeah.
Oh shit, let me hide, bro.
Nice. That's perfect because I literally got to the last little line that I could fit notes in for this page.
Great. Yeah, I can't wait to initiate PvP with.
Bro, don't. I was lying, bro. It was nothing.
Alistair, when he happens to walk across me in the middle of this bookshelf, I'm going to end his life immediately, and he just happens to go missing. It'll be the perfect crime.
Amazing. Well, sick. That was awesome.
Well, thank you so
Yeah.
Much, Barrett.
Well, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
that was a very good session.
My dog is scratching for food, so I'll be leaving.
Go feed your doggy.
All right, bye guys.
Bye, Chris.
And everyone,
Yeah.
see you
Good
next
playing
week.
with you.